All right, it's time to talk about the Hatsune Miku Secret Lair. Wait, go back. Oh, man. We're here, let's talk about the problems with this Secret Lair Commander deck. Hey, good news, don't worry. 2 hours after release, an hour after release, you're able to get this for another 21 hours. This deck can be yours and you will be able to order it in this window. Don't worry about scalpers. Don't worry about the prices going out of control. Don't worry about you having to FOMO into a product. You have a full 24 hours to decide with literally a ticking clock to remind you when your window will close. Oh, but wait, the real problem is, you won't be able to get this if you missed it within the first 59 minutes of release based on that random queue placement order until May of 2027. So man, oh man, we got to talk about it. But before we do, if you like content like this, that's analytical about Magic, yet not relentlessly negative about it, while talking about markets, gameplay, and doing box openings, then hey, maybe subscribe. Also, if you have a lot of cardboard you want to sell, check out Card Conduit, one of the best ways to sell your cards on the internet. Use promo code NERDY for 10% off your fees at checkout. And then also check out ManaPool, which is apparently the largest growing online sales database for Magic the Gathering cards, a sponsor of this channel. Thanks, ManaPool. I appreciate it. Affiliate link below. Use that to purchase your cards after you get all that sweet cash from Card Conduit. I greatly appreciate it. First and foremost, let's just briefly look at the deck, see what we think about the cards that are included. I mean, look, Tristani is a good reprint. We have a lot of cool stuff in here. Halo Fountain. If you haven't looked at it yet, let's just quickly go through the art of the cards. I think Breakdown is good. I like that art. The Vorinclex is a card that I definitely want. I love Vorinclex, and I think that this card is going to look amazing in foil just by the way it's designed. Bountiful Promenade, always nice to see a reprint of a Commander dual land, and the Plains and Forests both look nice. So, what do I think about this Commander deck? Yeah, I think the value's there. It looks cool. If you like Hatsune Miku, if you like this art style, this is a great one for you to go for. Not to mention, shout out to the squirrel right there. Chatterfang is happy about that. I would have liked it better if that was Chatterfang. Give him a little bit of an eye patch and this would have been perfect. But we're looking at a back order until May 2027. You gotta wonder, yes, we get the chance to have print to demand now, but when your demand happens in August, almost a year later, you would have spent $149 and now you're waiting for it to come in. It is currently now only 2:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only 2 hours after this just dropped, and yet we have to wait all the way until May 2027 if they stay on schedule to receive this Secret Lair Commander deck. So yeah, you get it, but a lot of people who were there first will have this and play with it for nearly a year ahead of you, and I gotta wonder, what's that gonna do to the secondary market value between now and May for people who just want to get this sooner? Are you willing to pay a $50 tax? A $100 tax? How much are you willing to pay in addition to this $149 before tax in order to receive this deck and play with it now? How long is too long to wait for it to come? And when does this print to demand system still make it a lottery of who gets this? By the time you receive yours, everyone who has it or wants it bad enough to pay an inflated price in the secondary market has already had it, played with it, and moved on. Who knows? There could be 2 other newer shiny Commander precons that you wish you bought instead of this one between now and delivery. I get that it's better than not being able to get it at all. But if you want to get it now while it's still relevant and while people are talking about it and while you yourself may or may not have the excitement for this particular deck with this particular art before it's replaced by whatever set is coming out in May 2027, we don't even really know the full release schedule yet for Magic. How do you know where to deploy your funds? So yes, I think this is better than having it just disappear and then sell for 3x on the secondary market like the Dan Secret Lair. But I gotta wonder, practically speaking, is this just kind of lip service where you'll get it for the right price now, but you don't get to play with it? Everyone else who has more money than you can, they'll just buy it on eBay. Everyone else got lucky in the random draw from the queue, regardless when you got in line an hour before the pre-queue. However vigilant you were for this, all your alarms set and everything, you might not get this still until second quarter next year. I don't know, I gotta chew on this a little bit. It seems we have listings already at $249.99 with an additional $10 in shipping plus tax, so probably $270, $280 shipped at your door. That is the minimum right now you'll have to pay if you want to get this Secret Lair before next year. It just seems crazy to me. I mean, look, someone has $350 here. We'll see how much these sell. Some people even thinking this is going to be $389 worth of value just to have it after that pre-release sale window disappears. And look, there's something to be said about the idea that getting it sooner is better than later, but I think $349 is just nuts. Now let's go into the advanced settings here and see how many of these actually sold. So far, it looks like right now at 2:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're looking at 255, 255, have already sold. People were willing to pay $110 more than retail, essentially, plus tax and shipping. This person's charging $19 for shipping, and this one is $6. So maybe this is out of the United States, which might also explain that cost. But either way, people are paying this already. The secondary market is not as crazy as it was for the Final Fantasy Secret Lair or any of the others that we've seen in the past, or the Dan Secret Lair, speaking of pre-constructed products, but people are paying this price. So now I pass the question off to you. What do you think about this? Did this help? Did it hurt? Is it just an apology basically in words by allowing you to order it and have it come next year? Or does this meaningfully affect the way you perceive how Secret Lair is selling their products direct to consumer to avoid the debacle that happened with Goblin Storm, the Dan, and others? All right, everyone, I wanted to get this up quick, but I wasn't able to do a bespoke video yet for our patrons, but I do want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this, especially our name partner, Thomas McKinney. You're an absolute mad lad, and we love having you here on the channel and in the Discord. Toucher of Wood and Tony MTG Prince at the equity partner level. And then senior partners, I gotta thank Walter04, Kevin Corneliuson, Teacher Johnny, and Dragon's Den Gaming. I really appreciate it. And don't forget Berserkin, of course, in there as well. I greatly appreciate your support. And to all of our partners and associates and everybody else, even at the free tier, all our members in the Discord, thank you so much for continuing to be an excellent community to be a part of. It's an absolute honor to hang out with you guys in the Discord and talk about Magic and other nerdy topics around the globe. To me, it really epitomizes the best things that can happen when people get together on the internet. But until next time, I'm the Nerdy Attorney. Be excellent to each other. Play paper magic with your friends. Court is adjourned. Okay, and now to answer the question for myself, secure checkout.